Acknowledge the arrival of the Chief of Defense Staff, Vice Admiral.
Many thanks for joining us here on GBC's networks, indeed on many other networks across the length and breadth of the country, bringing you live feed of the 64th Independence Parade here at the Jubilee House in Accra. Perhaps this is the first time we are having to see the celebration and the Independence Parade take place at the Jubilee House. Of course, in the last 2 years, we've seen the celebration go away from the capital, Accra, to other parts of the country. In 2019, it was held in the regional capital of the northern region, Tamale. And then last year, 2020, it was in the Ashanti regional capital of Kumasi. This year, however, it has had to come to the Jubilee House due to the restrictions that have been brought upon all of us by the deadly COVID-19. And hopefully it will go away very soon. My name is Abdul Hayi Mumin. I am in commentary position with Captain Edwardson Anu Akapo. Captain, very good morning to you. Many thanks for joining us in commentary position this morning. We look forward to a very brief ceremony, don't we?
Sure.
Because obviously there have been restrictions, and we are told that the ceremony will not last more than an hour or so. And I'm sure you've also been part of the rehearsals ahead of today. Earlier on Wednesday, people heard gunshots, and that's brought some concerns, but I'm sure those concerns were addressed because obviously these were some sounds from the rehearsals that the military were undergoing here. You give us a brief account of what happened even during the rehearsal period before even we proceed on today's parade.
Thank you very much, my brother. Before I proceed, a very good morning to our viewers, and I would like to say that on behalf of my bosses, I wish everyone a happy Independence Anniversary celebration. Yeah, in the military, we always say rehearsal is very important, because anytime we undertake rehearsals, it makes us understand what we are doing, and at every time you undertake an activity, you know every sequence in your head, and you have to execute it to perfection without fail. So during the rehearsals, you realize that everything...
So let me just cut in there. A while ago, we witnessed the arrival of the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, Justice Enin Yeboah, also because in recent times he's been one of the busiest people in the Republic.
Yes.
Just a couple of days ago, he read that judgment on the election petition. So he has arrived. Okay.
Yeah, in your shot.
Of the flag. We will also have special messages.
Okay, so you were
Special messages. Our promise to the next rise of the square.
All right, so you were telling us about well, we've seen some senior military officers also arrive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So our senior officers who arrived were the service chiefs. We have Major General Thomas Opon Pepra as the Chief of Army Staff, arriving with the Chief of Naval Staff, and then the Chief of Air Staff arriving as the shots givers over there. As I was saying, earlier, the rehearsal actually took us through what we are all actually going to experience during today's parade. So the rehearsal saw the process where troops marched on parade, And then we also rehearsed that of the fly past of the heli to synchronize with the national anthem. And then alongside the firing of the 21-gun salute. So it was during the rehearsal of the 21-gun salute that I think there were, yes, people, there were reports that there were gunshots in the premise of the Jubilee House.
And so if you just joined the feed, this is the 64th Independence Parade that we are about to witness here at the Jubilee House, the first time ever in the Fourth Republic that this celebration has had to move to the seat of government due to restrictions brought upon all of us by the coronavirus pandemic. Of course, in the last 2 years, the celebration has been taken away from Accra. The first time it was taken away from Accra, it was held in the regional capital of the northern region, Tamale, where following the restoration of peace to Dabong, it was thought that to honor the people for embracing peace, the independence was taken there, and they brought a lot of economic activities to the Tamale township at that time. But the following year, which was last year, 2020, the event was moved to the Kumasi Sports Stadium, where we saw a lot of cultural display. The kente was in its abundance. A lot of people were hoping that this year it will be moved to another regional capital. Unfortunately, COVID-19 has not permitted that. But all the same, the GES has issued instructions to all schools to desist from organizing the usual parades we have become so used to witnessing, especially on 6th March. And I'm sure a lot of the students who have been participating will be very disappointed by this decision not to organize the parade in the manner that we are all used to seeing is to the advantage of all of us as a people, and particularly to those students as well, because it limits their exposure to the possibility of contracting the virus. I am in commentary position with Captain Edward Senanu Akako, who will be explaining to us all the military drills we are about to witness this morning. Of course, we've seen the arrival of some dignitaries already. The latest to arrive, the Chief Justice of the Republic, who was instrumental in the just ended election petition that lasted for at least 18 days of sitting. 12 of those days attended to the substantive issue, and 5 of those days were used for the pre-trial. Of course, we've gone ahead and crossed that hurdle as well. It's the second time in the history of Ghana where we have had to go for an election petition that has also ended peacefully. Of course, the military will do this without the students who usually would be part of this parade are not part of it this year, obviously. But again, Captain Edward Senanu Akapo is with me in commentary position. And so let's talk a little about the parade commander. Do we know him?
Sure. The parade commander for this morning's parade is in the person of Colonel Richard Kain-Mensah. Now, you know, Colonel Richard Kain-Mensah was born on the 12th February 1970 in Accra, and he is an old student of the St. Thomas Aquinas Secondary School and the Kumasi Academy as well. He also attended the University of Science and Technology, where he attained his bachelor's degree in science, in social science, French and economics. He also holds a Master of Arts degree in governance and leadership from the Ghana Institute of Public Relations and Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration. He was enlisted into the Ghana Military Academy in 1995, and he commissioned into the Airborne Force on the 22nd August 1997 with a regular career course 37. He is also a parachute jumping instructor, a very experienced one for that matter.
And I recall that last year, Group Captain Edu Jemfi was the parade commander in Kumasi. He did an excellent job. We do hope that today the parade commander will equally be up to the task as well.
Sure, he is a very experienced senior officer, and he's always up to the task. The Vice President.
The Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has just arrived at the parade grounds. And shortly there will be the playing of the national anthem, and then he will proceed to take his seat as well. National anthem at this point in time.
Okay, so just a brief one, a quick one. I was talking about the military hierarchy that had arrived. We saw the arrival of
national anthem. Okay, so we do realize that usually when the Vice President attends a ceremony, which will also be attended by the President, usually the national anthem is truncated at a point. Why is this so?
Yes, you know, the President is entitled for the full presidential salute. And so once the President is coming, it is proper that it is abridged or truncated for the President to also come and get the full verse of the anthem. So that is per military tradition.
All right. So, Group Captain, Captain Edward Senano Akapo explaining to us the reasons for which the national anthem is abridged for the Vice President, especially when he is at a ceremony that will also be attended by the President. And the arrival of the Vice President does indicate that in a couple of minutes, the President of the Republic will also be joining us here for this ceremony. We see the Vice President in a tete-a-tete with some of the leading government officials who are also here this morning for the 64th Independence Parade of the Republic of Ghana's attainment of independence on the 6th of March in the year 1957, when the very first president of the Republic of Ghana, at that time Ghana had not attained Republican status yet. Just after we got independence, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana, did declare that the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the entire African continent. This was held, these statements were made at the Polo Grounds right here in Accra. And since then, Ghana has seen some ups and downs in its history, but thankfully, since the introduction of the Fourth Republic after the 1992 elections, when former President Jerry John Rawlings, the late, was sworn into power on the 7th of January 1992. We've had very smooth transitions where persons have felt elections have been rigged or there were some irregularities in elections. They've gone to court and the court has taken a decision on that. At least on 2 occasions, we've seen electoral disputes settled by the courts amicably. And that is one of our highs as a republic, and we are proud to be Ghanaians, even as we celebrate the 64th anniversary of our attainment of independence. You were telling us about some of the top-ranking military officials who have also arrived already.
Yes. So, as we saw earlier, we saw the Chief of the Army Staff arriving, who is in the person of Major General Thomas Opon-Pepra. We also saw the arrival of the Chief of the Naval Staff, who is in the person of Rear Admiral Isa Yakubu, also arriving. And then we saw the arrival of the Chief of Air Staff in the person of Air Vice Marshal Frank Hansen, also arriving. So I'm sure all as they have arrived, the CDS will also arrive with the president, because on occasions like this, he serves as the aide camp to the president. Yes.
Usually,
aide camp.
Usually he does that in the company
of the Inspector
IGP
General of Police
as well.
Yes.
So it will be exciting to see how this is done, because usually what we have become used to seeing at the Black Star Square, when that presidential vehicle carries the IGP, the CDS, and the president to go around to inspect the parade.
Yes.
We all saw similar events, similar things take place in Tamale at the stadium,
yes,
and also at the Kumasi Sports Stadium.
Yes.
It remains to be seen if the president will be riding that presidential vehicle today as well, given the fact that the crowd here at the parade is very limited.
Yes.
And it remains to be seen how it will be done. Are we aware what shape the inspection of the parade will take today?
Okay.
salute and the 21-gun salute fly past by the Air Force. 21-gun salute. Usually we hear about that, but what's the significance, especially on such occasions?
The significance of gun salutes actually is the highest form of, let's say, compliment given to a head of state or for the celebration of an anniversary. So in this case, as we celebrate our 64th independence anniversary, the 21 gun salute is fired to commemorate or to signify the importance of this day, and as a highest form of compliment as well.
All right, so the opening prayers have just been announced by the MC for the occasion, and so we'll listen to the prayers at this point.
On our 64th Independence Day celebration, give our President divine wisdom to lead this country. We pray that he will serve and revere you by his words and actions. We humbly ask that you guide and bless his effort to unify our country. O Allah, we are facing immense challenges in the health sector, worsened by pandemic and financial hardship. Navigate our country through all the obstacles and grant us success. Ya Allah, continue to bestow upon our country your infinite blessings and bounties. Protect it, preserve it, and honor its people with your generosity. O Allah, grant our Speaker, Abang Babin, our members of Parliament, and all in position of responsibility, the guidance of your spirit. May they never lead the nation wrongly through the love of power, desire to please, or unworthy ideals, but laying aside all private interest and prejudice. Give in their minds a sense of responsibility to seek to improve the condition of the people of God. Ya Allah, protect the armed forces as they protect lives, properties, and territorial integrity of God. Shower your blessings on all the security services in God. Ya Allah, despair our fear and this pandemic that has brought mass anxiety in the entire world, bringing nations, including ours, to its knees. Give us good health and complete recovery to those who are affected by the deadly coronavirus. O the most merciful of all, bless us all and bless our nation, Ghana. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma waffiq Ra'is Jamhuriyat Ghana bitawfiqak. Allahumma kun lahu awnan wa mu'ina ala al-khayri wal-huda wal-rashad ya dhal jalal wal-ikram. Allahumma inna nastawdiuka dawlata Ghana hukamaha wa shuyuhaha وأبنائها والمقيمين على أرضها. اللهم اصرف عنها البلاء والوباء والغلا والزلازل والمحن. اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك والعظيم سلطانك. اللهم لك الحمد حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه. اللهم ربنا اجعلنا من جندك فإن جندك هم الغالبون، وجعلنا من حزبك فإن حزبك هم المفلحون، وجعلنا من أوليائك فإن أولياءك لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. آمين.
We continue in prayer in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Dear Lord,
Obviously, the absence of the school children is one thing no one can miss on this occasion, but also because the president, together with his aide-de-camps on this special occasion, the CDS and the IGP are not riding that very special presidential vehicle which has been designed for occasions such as this, because the numbers here have been reduced drastically, and this ceremony promises to be a very short and brief ceremony as well. So we'll have another national salute, and then the 21-gun salute, and fly past by the Air Force pretty shortly.
Yeah, but the national salute is actually going to come after the drill display, the drill display by the contingents on parade. It's a very spectacular display. I'm sure viewers will really love to see what display is going to take place.
You may want to give us a peek into what the silent drill display might look like and its significance even as we wait. We see the parade commander marching towards the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces again. He's done with that now.
Yes, he actually asked permission to carry on with the rest of the parade, and he has been granted permission by the President of the Republic and the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. I would also like to say our MC for this morning's ceremony is in the person of Flight Lieutenant Elizabeth Fadila Salifu from the Ghana Armed Forces Public Relations Directorate. So in a moment we're going to experience or view the drill display by the contingents on parade.
The drill display, is that what lay persons would usually call the march past?
Okay.
That's what we have become used to seeing, especially on days such as what we are witnessing today.
Yes, the march past is actually when we march along the designated path on the Black Star Square,
right,
through in front of the days and salute the president. But actually this one, they actually using their weapons to display. And it's a spectacular view.
Okay, so they've started the drill display at this point in time, and these are men drawn from the Ghana Armed Forces.
Yes.
We're talking about the Army, the Navy,
the Air Force,
and the Air Force,
and then other sister security services.
Sister security services,
yes,
including the Ghana Police Service,
the Ghana Police Service,
the
Ghana
Immigration Service,
yes,
and
the Ghana Prison Service, the Ghana National Fire Service, the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Ghana Immigration Service, and the Ghana National Ambulance Service. They comprise the other security services doing this drill display with the personnel drawn from the Ghana Armed Forces. You see the color also on parade. The MC spoke about the colors on parade. Okay, so that's the drill display.
And the band is also formed by all these other security agencies from the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana Navy, the Ghana Immigration Service, the Ghana Air Force, the Ghana Ambulance Service, and all the other security agencies, including the Ghana Prison Service as well, and the Ghana Fire Service.
Ghana National Fire, and then the Ambulance Service, Ghana National Ambulance Service. So permit me, let me just give you the colors on parade this morning. We have the
present with us to commemorate the birth of our new nation. We were an example for the rest of Africa to follow. Not surprisingly, much was expected of the poster boy country. On 63 previous occasions, we've usually congregated in our capital of Accra, and recently in other locations around the country, Tamale in 2019 and Kumasi last year, to celebrate our nation's independence. At these annual events, we have sought to express a deep consciousness of love for country and the importance of ensuring that we realize our potential as the Black Star of Africa. Year after year, we commit ourselves to ensuring that we work to lift the standard of living of the Ghanaian and help construct an economy that is capable of creating a society of opportunities for all. It's taken quite some time for us to get there, but I believe there's far more self-confidence among us Ghanaians today than there has been since the very early days of self-government, that we can make it if we work at it. Today, freedom and the cultivation of democratic values are strengthening our determination to bring into being a new Ghana that is neither pawn nor victim of the world order. Attachment to the rule of law, respect for individual liberties, human rights, the principles of democratic accountability, and the dictates of social justice has deepened for our common benefit. Nevertheless, we recognize that the biggest challenge confronting us is to be able to put our country on the path of sustained progress and prosperity and enhance the well-being of every Ghanaian. Since 2017, a considerable amount of work has been undertaken to help us achieve this objective. Consistently for 3 successive years, our nation had one of the fastest growing economies in the world, lead us to become the largest destination of foreign direct investment in West Africa. Global automobile companies had either set up shop in Ghana or experienced their desire to do so. The basic tenets of social justice, that is access to education and health care, were being guaranteed for all our people. We've become self-sufficient in food production, and for the first time in a long while, exported our surpluses to our neighbors. Sustained efforts through digitization were being made to formalize our economy, and we had hastened our critical journey of industrialization and value addition activities, whose result would be to create jobs for the teeming masses of Ghanaians. Successful Ghanaian diplomacy enabled the African Union to agree to the location here in Accra of the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area, arguably the most important initiative of the African Union since its foundation. This is the first time since independence that we've had the privilege of playing host to a major Pan-African institution. The single African market, which began trading on 1st January, will present Ghanaian enterprises and businesses with a huge opportunity for the rapid development of the Ghanaian and African economy. When the global pandemic of COVID-19 struck, it derailed our progress and wreaked havoc on all aspects of national life. Lives and livelihoods have been affected. The economy has suffered, and government has had to cushion households and businesses from the effects of the virus. If any more evidence were needed of the impact of COVID-19, the fact that this, the 64th Independence Day celebration, has had to be cancelled and substituted with essentially a virtual celebration, is one of them. Collectively, my fellow Ghanaians, we all work to ensure a relatively favorable situation with respect to the virus when it first broke out. Inasmuch as our active case count has recently risen, I appeal to all of you to help ensure its decline. We did that before, and we can do it again. Yes, the first vaccines have arrived in the country, and they have begun to be deployed. And I appeal passionately to each one of you to take the vaccine when it is your turn. But however, we cannot afford to let go of the enhanced hygiene and mask-wearing protocols which should define our way of living. These protocols have not only helped in the fight against COVID-19, but have also helped ensure that cholera, for example, is no longer a health concern. If we are to be successful in building a resilient Ghana, capable of withstanding in future external shocks such as COVID-19, then we must all put our shoulders to the wheel. Already, government has taken steps to revitalize and transform the economy, a process which is hinged on the 100 billion CD Ghana Cares Obatampa program, the linchpin of our drive towards the rapid industrial transformation of our economy, our main national priority. The Minister for Finance will this month, God willing, provide to Parliament further details on the measures to be taken to spur on the process of economic recovery. A year from now, the benefits of economic recovery will begin to show. A year from now, our quest to move Ghana to a situation beyond aid will be accelerated and our self-reliance enhanced. A year from today, we should regain our pride of place as one of the fastest growing economies not only in Africa,